The evening settles gently over Maple Hollow, the kind of soft, unhurried dusk that seems to stretch itself out just a little longer than usual. The last traces of daylight fade behind the hills, leaving a warm lavender glow drifting across the rooftops. It's the kind of glow that seems to linger in the air, suspended like a quiet promise of calm. One by one, lanterns begin to flicker to life along the quiet streets, their golden light swaying softly in the breeze. The air carries the faint scent of pine, cool earth, and something sweet, maybe the last batch of pastries cooling in the bakery downtown. Everything feels calm, unhurried, and welcoming, as if the town itself is easing into a long, peaceful exhale. You step outside into the cool air, letting the door fall closed behind you with a quiet click. The lantern nearest your porch glows with a steady amber light, casting a gentle circle across the walkway. It's enough to guide your steps, but soft enough to keep the world dim and peaceful. You pause for a moment, letting your eyes adjust to the warm glow. A faint breeze brushes past, carrying the scent of distant wildflowers and the coolness of the approaching night. You take a slow breath, letting the coolness settle into your lungs, and begin your walk. The gravel path crunches softly beneath your shoes, each step slow and easy. The lanterns along the street sway just slightly, their warm light dancing across the cobblestones. A moth drifts lazily around one of the lanterns, its wings catching the glow as it circles in a slow, looping pattern. The sounds of Maple Hollow settle into their nighttime rhythm. A distant porch swing creaks. A wind chime tinkles softly. Somewhere far off, a dog gives a single, sleepy bark before settling down again. Everything feels unhurried, as if the whole town is exhaling at once. You pass the old post office, its windows glowing faintly from a single lamp left on inside. The wooden sign above the door sways gently, the lantern beside it casting a soft halo of light across the faded paint. The sign's edges are worn smooth from years of weather and time, and the lantern's glow makes the wood look almost golden. You pause for a moment, listening to the quiet hum of the night. A faint rustle comes from the bushes nearby, just a small bird settling in for the night. You smile softly and continue on. The air feels cool against your skin, but not cold, just crisp enough to make the warmth of the lanterns feel even more inviting. Farther down the street, the creek murmurs under the small stone bridge. The lanterns here reflect in the water, stretching into long golden ribbons that ripple with the current. You rest your hands on the cool stone railing, leaning forward just enough to watch the reflections drift by. The sound of the water is steady and soothing, like a whispered lullaby. A pair of fireflies drift lazily above the surface, their tiny lights blinking in slow, gentle pulses. You stay there for a moment, letting the quiet settle around you. The lanterns sway gently overhead, their reflections shimmering on the surface of the creek. The breeze carries the faint scent of cool earth and wildflowers growing along the bank. You continue your walk, moving slowly toward the center of town. The lanterns grow closer together here, their warm glow overlapping to create a soft, golden path. The bakery sits at the corner, its windows fogged slightly from the warmth inside. A single lantern hangs above the door, swaying gently and casting a warm circle of light across the steps. Through the window, you catch a glimpse of Daniel finishing up for the night. He moves quietly, wiping down a counter, then turning off a lamp. Pip is curled up on a blanket near the door, his tail wrapped neatly around him. His ears twitch once as he adjusts himself, then he settles again, perfectly content. Daniel doesn't see you, and you don't call out. It's enough just to see them there, part of the peaceful rhythm of Maple Hollow settling into evening. A moment later, Daniel disappears into the back room, and the bakery grows still again. You continue on, letting the lanterns guide your steps. The path leads you past the library, where a soft glow spills from the reading room windows. The curtains sway gently, stirred by a breeze that carries the faint scent of old books and polished wood. You pause for a moment, listening to the quiet rustle of pages turning somewhere inside. A shadow moves behind the curtain, someone shelving books, perhaps, but the movement is slow and unhurried, part of the gentle rhythm of the night. You move on, feeling the warmth of the lanterns brushing softly across your hands. The lanterns grow fewer as you reach the edge of town, where the houses sit farther apart and the night sky opens wide above you. Stars begin to appear, one by one, shimmering softly against the deepening blue. The lanterns here glow like small suns, their warm light blending with the cool starlight in a way that feels almost magical. A soft rustle comes from a nearby tree as a squirrel settles into its nest for the night. You follow the path to a small wooden bench beneath an old maple tree. A lantern hangs from a low branch, its light swaying gently and casting soft shadows across the ground. You sit down, letting the bench cradle your weight as you breathe in the cool night air. The town stretches quietly before you, lanterns glowing, windows warm, the creek whispering in the distance. Everything feels calm. Everything feels safe. Everything feels exactly as it should. You sit there for a long moment, letting the peace of Maple Hollow settle around you like a soft blanket. The lantern above you sways gently, its warm glow flickering across your hands. The night deepens, slow and steady, and the world grows quieter still. A soft breeze drifts through the branches overhead, rustling the leaves in a gentle, rhythmic pattern. The lantern's light dances across the ground, creating slow, shifting shapes that move with the wind. You watch them for a while, letting your thoughts drift like the shadows. Somewhere in the distance, the bakery's awning gives a soft metallic creak. A moment later, the creak murmurs a little louder as a breeze ripples across its surface. The sounds blend together, lanterns swaying, leaves rustling, water whispering, forming a quiet symphony that fills the night. You stay seated longer than you meant to, letting the quiet settle deeper into your bones. The bench feels warm beneath you, holding the last traces of the day's sunlight. The lantern above you sways again, its glow shifting gently across your hands. You breathe in the cool air, letting it fill your lungs slowly, then exhale just as gently. The night feels steady, patient, as though it's waiting for you to take your time. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the sounds wash over you. The cool air brushes gently against your face. The bench beneath you feels steady and grounding. The lantern's glow warms your hands. When you open your eyes again, the stars have grown brighter, scattered across the sky like tiny lanterns of their own. The rooftops of Maple Hollow shimmer faintly in the starlight, their edges softened by the glow of the lanterns below. You rise slowly, taking one last look at the peaceful scene before you. The lantern above you sways gently, as if offering a quiet farewell. You begin your walk back home. The lanterns guide your steps once more, soft, warm, and steady, lighting the way through the peaceful heart of Maple Hollow. The night carries you gently forward, one calm step at a time. As you walk, the houses come back into view, each one glowing softly from within. Curtains sway gently in the breeze. A porch swing creaks as the wind nudges it. A cat, someone else's, not Pip, sits perched on a railing, watching you with slow blinks before returning to its nighttime vigil. The lanterns cast long shadows across the cobblestones, stretching and swaying with each movement of the breeze. You pass the bakery again. The lantern above the door flickers softly, casting warm light across the steps. The window is dark now, but you can still imagine Daniel inside earlier, wiping down counters, Pip curled on his blanket. The scent of cooling bread lingers faintly in the air, mixing with the coolness of the night. You pause for a moment, letting the memory settle around you like a warm echo. Farther down the street, the old post office stands quiet and still. The lantern beside the door glows softly, casting a warm halo across the faded paint. The wooden sign sways gently, creaking in a way that feels almost familiar. You pause again, listening to the quiet hum of the night. A faint rustle comes from the bushes nearby, another small bird settling in for the night. The sound blends seamlessly with the gentle rhythm of Maple Hollow easing into sleep. You continue on, letting the lanterns guide your steps. The path leads you past the library once more. The curtains sway gently, stirred by a breeze that carries the faint scent of old books and polished wood. The reading room is dark now, but the warmth of the lanterns outside makes the windows glow softly. You pause for a moment, imagining the quiet rustle of pages turning earlier, the slow, steady rhythm of someone shelving books. The lanterns grow closer together as you near your home. Their warm glow overlaps, creating a soft, golden path that leads you forward. The gravel crunches softly beneath your shoes. The breeze carries the faint scent of pine and cool earth. The night feels deep and still, wrapped in the gentle hush of Maple Hollow, settling into rest. You reach your porch, the lantern beside the door glowing softly. Its warm light spills across the steps, casting gentle shadows that sway with the breeze. You pause for a moment, letting the quiet settle around you. The night feels calm, steady, peaceful. The lantern's glow warms your hands. The cool air brushes gently against your face. You open the door and step inside. The house welcomes you with a gentle warmth. The quiet feels familiar, comforting. You close the door softly behind you, letting the night settle outside. The lantern's glow fades as you move deeper into your home, replaced by the soft warmth of your own lights. You breathe in. You breathe out. And Maple Hollow rests with you, wrapped in the soft glow of lantern light and the gentle hush of a Maple Hollow night. You linger inside your home for a moment, letting the quiet settle around you. The soft glow from your lamps warms the room, casting gentle shadows across the walls. You move toward the window, drawn by the faint shimmer of lantern light outside. The glass is cool beneath your fingertips as you rest your hand against it, looking out at the peaceful street. The lanterns sway in slow, steady arcs, their glow stretching across the cobblestones like golden threads weaving the night together. You unlock the window and push it open just a few inches. A cool breeze drifts inside, carrying the faint scent of pine and damp earth. The air feels fresh, grounding, as though the night itself is reaching in to greet you. You breathe in slowly, letting the coolness settle deep in your chest. The quiet outside blends seamlessly with the quiet inside, forming a single, steady rhythm that seems to hum through the whole house. You step away from the window and move toward the small sitting area near the bookshelf. The chair there is soft and familiar, its cushions shaped by countless quiet evenings. You sink into it, letting your body relax fully. The room feels warm, steady, safe. You rest your hands on the armrests, feeling the gentle texture of the fabric beneath your fingertips. The quiet wraps around you like a soft blanket. A faint rustle comes from outside, just the breeze brushing through the branches of the maple tree. The sound is gentle, rhythmic, like a lullaby whispered by the night. You close your eyes for a moment, letting the sound wash over you. The lanterns sway softly. The creek murmurs in the distance. The breeze carries the faint scent of wildflowers. Everything blends together into a single, soothing harmony. You open your eyes again and glance toward the bookshelf. A few of the spines catch the lamplight, their colors warm and muted. You reach out and run your fingers lightly along the row, feeling the familiar texture of the covers. You choose a book, not to read, but simply to hold. The weight of it feels grounding, steady. You rest it on your lap, letting your hands settle on the cover. The quiet deepens. The house seems to breathe with you, expanding gently with each inhale, settling softly with each exhale. You lean back in the chair, letting your shoulders relax completely. The lantern light outside flickers softly, casting slow-moving shadows across the floor. The night feels endless, peaceful, perfect. You close your eyes again, letting the warmth of the room settle into your bones. The quiet hum of Maple Hollow drifts through the window, soft, steady, familiar. You breathe in. You breathe out. And the night carries you gently toward rest, wrapped in lantern light, cool air, and the soft, steady peace of Maple Hollow settling into sleep.